Her host, Charlie Ragle.
All right, Coach Ragle joins us now on the right to the guest line as we're out here at Twin Peaks in Tempe Marketplace. And, Coach, I want to start with the Big 12 schedule that came out. It was good to see, unlike last season, no back-to-back road games. Those aren't easy to do. And a very good schedule. I mean, for fans to be able to see, TCU here, Texas Tech, Houston, West Virginia, and, of course, Arizona. It's a really good schedule. How great is this now that you're going into your second year with the Big 12, now that we're really starting to soak in the Big 12 now here in Tempe and in Phoenix?
No doubt. First of all, afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. I think, familiarity, right, is that we're starting to get an idea after playing a year in the league of what it is, what it looks like, tastes like, smells like. So that certainly helps us. And then, as you pointed out, I think, the home games are very conducive for us as well. You can't not be excited about the schedule this coming year for the Sun Devils for sure.
Charlie, what is it about the Big 12 that you have a better feeling for going into the second year of the Big 12?
Well, I just think, when you do this, right, it's everything. It's all encompassing from the venues. It matters. Like, hey, if I'm going to X school in the Pac-12, it's going to be sold out, or it's not, and the crowd's not going to be a factor. It sounds like a little thing, but the size of the locker room, having, hey, the Rose Bowl's got one of the best locker rooms in the country. The players are going to be able to stretch out and be comfortable. It's all the things that you don't see that people probably don't take into account, but they matter. And so I just think, having a year under our belt, and then obviously the style of play, the level of play, I think all of those things factor in. But again, it allows us some familiarity with the league, and obviously having success after the first year, hoping to build on that with those things.
But, Coach, the road schedule is tough. At Iowa State, at Utah, you know how hard that is. SEC territory in Starkville with Mississippi State. Throw in Baylor. They're not an easy team. And then I don't know what's going on in Colorado, but what a tough road schedule. But that's a great challenge for your team and for your staff.
No doubt. And I think, with the veterans, it's nice to know that we're going to play that with the veteran group. You know what I mean? Like, if this was flipped and that schedule was this year, you'd be like, ooh, young group trying to figure it out. Who's our quarterback, But now with the veteran team, hey, man, we should be able to go into those places and have success. They're not easy, and no road game is easy, obviously. But as you mentioned, Utah, obviously beating them at home, they're going to be fired up to play us. I'm sure Iowa State will be waiting and circling that date on the calendar. I think we go to Baylor, and then, as you mentioned, into Starkville. So, yeah, we've certainly got a challenge on our hands. But, this is if there's a challenge that's presented, this is the group that I want to take it on with.
But, Charlie, I got to imagine you're going into Manhattan, Kansas, and whooping up on my Cats. Matter of fact, we're not even on the damn schedule this year because you scared us off the schedule. But I mean, that had to bode so well to Rock's point that you on the road and you win in Manhattan, Kansas, at Kansas State. That's a great carryover to understand what it takes to win on the road at Iowa State, Utah, et cetera.
Well, and you know this, and I told you this when we got done playing that game, and that's as tough a place there is in the country to play. We were able to keep the fans out of the game by how we played, but yes, I mean that is definitely a cornerstone to build on. Obviously, new year, new set of aspirations and goals, but certainly to understand that we've gone into venues such as the one in Manhattan and played well, that we can do it with this group. And so I think they'll be ready for the challenge.
But
sure.
Let's be honest, though. I mean, it's not the hardest place to play. Come on, Coach. I mean, why it's probably tough is the yellow school buses, they pick you up on the tarmac. And, the back roads to get to the stadium. And, you get Domino's, probably pizza for your fee. I mean, there's nothing there, right? I mean, that's why you had no fans there.
I'm still in search of the statue. The minute.
You just sitting at it's probably sitting at the
second time to see if I can find it.
Well, if you would have went to Dairy Queen, it's probably at the Dairy Queen.
Hibachi hut.
Didn't you just follow the Yellow Brick Road all the way to the stadium there, Coach?
Hey, Charlie.
Indeed.
Yep. Hey, Charlie, my question is about your QB and Sam Levitt. He's getting an awful lot of pub now nationally saying that he's going to be one of the top quarterbacks in college football. Is Arizona State, is Sam, are you and the coaching staff prepared how to handle all of that national pub if indeed your team is playing well and he starts off really fast?
I think that's going to be probably the telltale for our season, to be honest with you. You know, obviously losing Cam and what that did to our program, you know, in terms of him moving on and having to replace him. I've said this. I don't think you replace a young man like that. He's a once-in-a-generational type of player. So then, you know, in order for us, to elevate our game, that has to start with the quarterback. And I think that's, you know, with what do they say? What's the expression? For whom much is given, much is expected.
There you go.
You
That's
know,
it.
and I think that's where Sam sits right now. And you know, I think that again will be the telltale for our season, and how Sam goes, the Sun Devils will go.
Coach, are you disappointed that signing day in February is not like it used to be?
I tell you, it's so weird. I mean, we were actually off this week. We are off, I should say. And so it's like we actually signed one young man, and it's just completely different. You know, basically we signed our class in December, and so it's just, again, it's what we've talked about all year. The game of college football, the makeup of it, how it goes about, rules, regulations, all of that is changing in real time, and it's just something that you have to adapt and adjust to.
Coach, as I look at all the recruits that you guys have had signed, the one kid that stood out yesterday is Grayson Rigdon, young man out of Columbus, Texas, 5'11", 185, maybe the next coming of a Christian McCaffrey, smaller version of Cam Scatteraboo, et cetera, young man that played 6-man football 2 years ago, played 11-man this year, and he stood out and stood up during the 11-man and is one of those prize catches for ASU.
Not only that, how about this stat line? He averages 40 points a game playing basketball.
Yes, saw that.
Wow.
Averages 40 points a game. Let that sink in for a minute. This kid's a tremendous athlete, and as you mentioned, the 6-man, playing 6-man football, moved to Columbus to play 11-man, was, I believe, on his way to Wyoming, and we were able to get him, and we really think that he's going to be a special player for us in the future.
And then looking at all the other recruits as far as the Arizona kids, the kid that I really followed, and you know, Uriah Nalams out at Santan Valley, 6'4", 196, small school young man, but big-time player.
Absolutely. Mid-year enrollee, so he's here with us now. Just a tremendous athlete, you know, and that's one of those that if people that recruit the Valley,
1 minute.
Most people, I should say, don't go to Santan. You know, they don't. You know, this is one that we found, and we really thought he was a tremendous athlete, and think that he has a chance to be special.
Coach, as always, buddy, enjoy your time off. Are you at 16 right now, or I mean, where are you at?
Well, I'm actually watching the boys tee off on one as the suite for my good friends at Crest Insurance. By the way, I'd just like to throw that in. Shout out to the boys. Hosting me out here today. It is absolutely beautiful. When you called me, I thought I was going to give you a little correspondence from the golf report. But anyway, boys, I'm out here, and the rest of the day it is on. Go Devils!
So wait. So if I get out there, I'm not going to see you. I'll see a clone, right? It won't be you. It'll be your twin brother.
I'm in nondescript clothing. And, it's really hard. You know where to find me.
You got it, Coach. Thanks, buddy. Have fun. That's Charlie Ragle joining us, ASU assistant head coach, nondescript, #1 at Waste Management Open. That's where he's at. Hey, it's your chance to win some tickets. The listener appreciation ticket giveaway Thursday. We do it every Thursday. Today we got Harlem Globetrotter tickets, lower level for Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale. So you'll have an opportunity coming up here in just a moment. We're out here at Twin Peaks in Tempe. Listen to Rock Minutes with Jimmy B here on ESPN 20 and on